Because I'm here now, I'm not selling parts. Yes. Spirits, man. Wait. Just in case. Me, yeah. I'm always ready with that. Just in case. Either way,
Hello? 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 Hello?
It always works. Fade again. Let's start, matey. And we are live. It's the PandaHippy and Mr. 420 Law 4th. And this is the podcast with no name. It's 2024, first episode on a Good Friday, might I add. We over here at Food Zone doing the most. If you trav, you trav. If you don't trav, then, well, you
Food
are
Zone.
inclined to trav. Tell them.
Food Zone,
It's Food Zone.
Chris Road.
At Priswani Roads, bro.
Soweto.
So, Ramaichi. I got the Johny Afronaut on my right.
AKA Johnny Quest, AKA Johnny McFly, AKA Sir Mac. Yeah.
How many AKAs are there?
And split personalities.
It's enough AKAs to bring the one black tooth from the dead, my G. That's how it's supposed to work,
Yeah,
G.
and yeah, I am Theo. That's it. No AKAs, no nothing. Theo.
Cosby.
AKA Bill Cosby, AKA
Those are my game names, not my real.
Hey, bro, those are your names, dog. Those are your names. Bro. But it is what it is, dude. Today we got a jam-packed episode full of comic books, anime, TV shows, movies, trash movies,
Real talk.
weird shit, bro. Things you didn't even ask for. You just here for the vibe. It's just vibes on vibes. You tough, dog. Let's get it started. What are we starting with today, bro?
For me, I'm gonna talk about the Punisher. I'm holding it right.
Nah, it's fine. Just
Yeah, the Punisher graphic novel that I was reading. Welcome Back, Frank. That's the name of the
book.
Yeah, it's the name of the book.
Yeah.
It's about the Punisher. He goes for a long time, like he disappears, and he comes back for like years. He disappears. So this, just to give you a heads up, this is similar to the movie Punisher with the John Travolta movie.
The one like from the olden days.
Yeah, it's similar, but what makes it different is that when he comes back in the city, he just causes a lot of rampage. It's like, dude, what's the point of you disappearing and now
You're gonna come back with all this distraction.
That's what he does. You know, that Punisher. So what happens is he goes against these crime families. When it starts, he kills these guys. Like, I think they're twins. They're like brothers and stuff. So yeah, he kills one of the guys. You know, he kills one of the guys. Like, he kills the
Not
goons
sponsored.
and he kills the boss. You know, there's this one brother. He kills the goons of that one boss. You know, and and he says, you gotta quit this crime shit. If you don't quit this crime shit, I'm gonna kill you. You know what I mean?
God damn, that's a bit direct.
Yeah, and he kills everybody there. And he's like, okay, if you don't quit this shit, I'm gonna kill you. And he's begging for mercy. Okay, I'll never do it again. I'll be righteous. I'll be good and whatnot. And he walks out.
Don't destroy the bag.
While he walks out, what happens is, Untanga, he does a phone call and he makes another drug deal. He's doing like drug dealings and stuff. And he phones this one of his connections. apparently Frank wasn't gone. He was just standing outside.
He was just
the door.
hiding it
he
out,
was just
waiting
outside the
for
door
you.
and is waiting for him. He was listening to everything, and he comes back and he kills the guy. While that happens, the same day, Ubrada Gantanga, the same dude who's like the mob boss, he goes into the mortuary and he sees the dead body of his brother there, and he's got his goons.
Yeah.
Guess what happens? Frank is there.
Is there
Kills
waiting.
the goons in the mortuary.
Frank is like, let me make the job easy for the niggas who have to carry these bodies.
Yeah, same day. Like, this is same day service. He just kills the goons.
Same day service.
Same day service. He kills the
day
goons.
service.
It's already planned.
You guys to have their Shandy's plan.
Yeah,
If he
he
ain't
kills the
ready.
goons and he kills the brother.
He kills the brother.
Yeah, and he bombs the whole place out. So another dynamic of this is that there's these three guys. The one is a priest.
Don't add, bro. It's fine.
The other one is called Payback. The other one is called Elite. So, they're trying to be vigilantes. But, some people are just way too extreme. They go to the extreme. They become like psychos and stuff. So,
people like going too crazy.
because when people idolize or have ideologies, it becomes toxic for them.
Yeah.
So they end up doing things that are way extreme.
That are way too crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
So the priest dude is like a psychopath. So he kills everybody who's like a delinquent or who's a gangster. Or
basically, if you do one thing wrong, he's on your ass.
He invites people into the confessional booth and they confess their sins.
Yeah.
I killed so and so, and he goes and he gets furious and he gets riled up and he takes a hammer and he just chops off people.
Oh,
Yeah, like that's what he does. He just chops you off and he leaves you there. And there's this old woman who's gonna clean up the mess. Who's gonna clean up the whole evidence there. So that's the priest dude. That's what he does. And the second dude is Payback. Payback is like he's a representation of the middle class or the have-nots. So he's like that representation, and he goes around the corporations, like big corporations, like maybe Apple or Coca-Cola or whatever, and he kills people in the boardroom. These corporate people, because he believes that everybody's greedy and he's out there to exploit the have-nots, which is true to some degree, but he just does it to an extreme. And he goes around killing these people. And the third dude is Elite. Elite is the opposite of Payback. He's like the representation of the wealthy, the haves,
the rich,
which is boiling down. So he kills people for messing up the neighborhood.
If the neighborhood looks dirty with you in it.
You're doing graffiti, he's gonna shoot you. If your dog pisses on the floor or takes a shit, he's gonna shoot your
on
dog.
The lawn.
Yeah, because he
shoot your
believes
dog,
that.
B.
Yeah, if you bring dirt, you're gonna make the neighborhood dirty. You're gonna bring drugs, prostitution, and crime. The whole nine.
He believes in basically the domino effect.
Yeah, so that's what he. So these guys
extreme,
are way.
bro.
Yeah, these guys are way extreme. So yeah, and so there's a point where Frank fights this other crime family, which is run by this old woman called Lucchini. I forgot his name, but I remember the surname.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this Italian name. So there's a point where he kills all the goons, to a point where they go to the zoo and they hunt down Frank. They see Frank in the zoo. He's trying to assassinate them. He's trying to kill them.
Frank will overkill in the zoo.
Yeah. So he shoots everybody, but Frank gets shot. I don't remember what happened. There's one of the guys there who got bitten by a bear. I think Uma Oledi got bitten by a bear or lion, and she lost her limbs. She doesn't have limbs. That's when Mavuta, that's when they go get the muscle, the Russian dude that you saw, which was played by Kevin Nash in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they get. But the difference with this one, the difference of the Russian dude that we know from the movie and the comic,
And the one from the comic
is that this one talks so much and he has like a personality. He has more personality and he has a bit of charisma. I liked him.
So he's basically more fleshed out here than he was on the
And he's
comic
like,
books.
yeah, you can tell that he's Russian the way he talks. You can tell that he's like jolly, but he's scary at the same time. He's a jolly
Got that
guy.
weird Russian
Yeah,
vibe
that
to him, bro.
juxtaposition of the jolly guy, but the scary guy. Everybody's
Scary
like,
at the same time.
He's scary and big.
Yeah.
He does the same thing.
God damn.
I'm gonna do that now.
God
Yeah.
We are seeing things, eh?
Unfortunately, we can't show you.
Yeah, we cannot show you what you see, but let me continue.
Sorry, continue.
So,
God.
Untaga, yeah. Okay.
And then this guy's like, okay, Untaga. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Let's just get this out of the way, bro.
So Utanga goes
continue.
and attacks Punisher like the way he did in the movie. It's similar to the movie, but he talks too much in this one. And so it's a dope graphic novel. Yeah. But my issue with this one is the art. Like I was
the art is not the one.
Nah, the art for me doesn't live up to the story.
And it takes away from like when you start to get enthralled by the actual story.
Yeah, because what captured me, I don't know if do you know Alex Ross?
No. Explain.
Probably have seen Alex Ross. He does his art is like realistic. You know, it has like.
Oh, I see that hyperrealism type of vibe. That's like an oil painting type of shit.
He also did this Superman story. He did a lot of comic books.
Yeah.
This Superman story where Superman is like the old dude and
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, that story.
That's one of my favorite stories, bro.
Yeah. He's the one who's doing the art.
Bro. You should check it out.
So now,
the
art in the cover is similar to Alex. It's not the realism of like Alex Ross. It's not like hyper realism. It's realism with a bit of like comic book flair.
Okay.
And it has this kind of like dark, menacing tone. I like the cover. All the covers for the chapters was done by the same person, but the art was done by a different person.
I'm just thinking about the character that I saw last night. American Gods. That drawing.
Which one is that one, bro?
No, that drawing. You can't
Explain, bro. I gotta explain.
Yeah,
no coke.
Yeah, you think that. Just
who drew that?
I don't know who did the art there. He was just scrolling around the page. But the story's cool though. You know, the story's cool. I think it's regarded as a classic too. It
is a classic, bro.
Yeah, I don't remember who did the story, but the story is cool. So I wish the guy who did the covers in the book, should have been, the same person who does the art in the whole book, because Kumburi Daily Sun. Remember the drawings in the Daily
No, Speedy.
No, not Speedy's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Zapiro.
Oh, Zapiro's dope. If you've seen those illustrations on Daily Sun, they probably
the ones where they talk about politicians and shit.
Or like they talk about mob justice or sex.
Come on, I know you used to draw that shit.
It's similar to that shit. If you've seen that shit,
that guy.
You have one who died. So it's similar. That's why I was like, okay, I couldn't start. I ended up stomaching the comic because of the story. But anyways, it's not
that
the story's not bad. It's dope.
No, the mouse.
What do you have?
Press. Don't saba.
Dude, I'm pressing, auntie.
I can't say the password here, bro.
Ndunu, password is Ndunu.
Yeah, it's fucking tough. Me, the things I've been reading, I want to talk about the Energon universe now. But before I get started, let me go check real quick that. But tell me, what did you read, man?
I read the first issue. Yeah, the first issue is dope.
But before I start, boys, what have you been reading, man?
I'm reading a lot of things, mostly manga. Okay, One Piece, obviously.
Dude, One Piece is always there.
Yeah, bro. I was reading this other one. I was born as a fish. And
Wait, what?
yeah.
Why do they always make these titles
This
long?
is the things we need to
It's
talk
like-
about here.
It's always I always ask myself like, why do they make these titles so long now?
The titles don't need to be this long, bro.
It's like a fucking
Sentence.
sentence.
Sentence and paragraphs.
Bruh.
That time I
Oh,
got
is it a trend?
reincarnated as a vending machine.
Mostly it's those isekai now. Those are the ones which have those
Yeah, I
long
noticed
names.
that was those. My isekai, man. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Let's just discuss this. Why do you think these niggas have long ass names?
Because
Actually,
they want
who
to be.
started that shit?
Who
Isn't it
started the trend of
the long names?
I don't even know.
I don't know, but for me, if I would have to guess, it would be slime.
I thought of slime too.
Slime.
Yeah,
But
if
the
I-
first
if-
one I thought of, the first one I've ever had of,
Yeah.
that was actually a long ass name was. Got reincarnated in another world with my smartphone. Oh, and
I
also
remember that one.
Death
Yeah.
March to a
Remember that
Parallel
one.
Rhapsody.
Okay, that much to the Power Up series is understandable, but those other ones,
other ones
yeah.
is
But that much
fucking
bro.
nonsense,
That shit
man.
is fire, bro.
For me, with that much when it started, it was fire, but along the way, I like
Kind of fell off. That harem thing they like doing with the
Yeah.
with the characters.
I
I feel like it's trash. We cannot put one character no mela ahleza umbambeni. Aye.
they
What's
always,
the-
it's always
Yeah,
harem.
what's happening there?
Nah, everything is fine here, bro.
On the that
No,
much.
no, yeah. In the,
On the that much, like this guy is a game designer who designs games,
Yeah.
and then he
He dies.
we won't say he dies, he fell
He
asleep.
died.
He sleeps on a Spanish, ulala Spanish.
Yeah.
And then uvuka saka kumunye umhlaba.
Yeah.
And then only find out ukuthi the game he was designing interface yakhona is the one that he ayisebenzisa kulo mhlaba lo. Yeah. So
Bro, that nigga dead. Bro. That nigga died. E-I-E.
Aye.
And the stories sometimes, for me, they're cool, but sometimes they get so ridiculous.
They get too ridiculous.
Some of them are
bro.
dope, though. Some of them are dope.
yeah.
They
Some
get.
of them are just so ridiculous.
They make no sense to me at the end of the day.
This-
Hi.
the
What girl
smartphone-
is gonna fall in love with you by just going like? Yo, let's be real.
Awunakezinye izinto.
Let's be real. I'm out here. I am out here trying to watch some anime. You are showing me a nigga who's a Mac by doing dumb shit. The shit that I do on the daily. Nah, bro. Nah, we can't work like that.
So yeah, ngifunda yona this one, and I was reading some amamanu, most amamanu. Oh, this. I enjoyed this.
Did you see Odile, bro?
Kakayiboni.
No, I haven't seen. Remember, I said,
Please talk him through.
you know,
Yeah.
you know me and
Odile and she hearts. Bruh,
but
anyachela.
I'll give it a chance, though.
Yeah.
I'm
Please
not a
give
fan.
it a chance, bro.
I'm not a fan
Webtoons are
of
nice.
webtoon, but I'll give it a chance because it's
also
a
not a
black
fan of
dude.
webtoons.
It's a black dude. Maybe I'm too racist, but
Yeah.
it,
It's dope. It's dope. Besides,
it's
like,
interesting.
besides Gucci is like a black dude, like the story behind everything, it's dope.
Yeah.
Imagine your X-Men characters, your Wolverines, your Scots, being able to pass down their abilities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like that. Like every like their cameos basically like examples of meta-humans, mutants,
Mutants.
and they are obvious they are
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
And then there's this guys, they are called the god tier. The god tiers are like the strongest cameos or strongest mutants in that world. And they are like 100, they take like 150 mutants and they made like a ranking system where they rank those guys who are powerful,
Yeah.
who can threaten the country,
The
the world, yabo. And the god tiers are those who can threaten the country, the world.
Because they're so powerful.
Yeah.
And these niggas are powerful.
Yeah,
bro.
and they behind above them there are guys who are more than those guys who are called
That's always the case.
these other tiers.
these other
I
tiers,
don't
the
know.
four brothers, I forgot their names. They are the first strongest, the first tier gods.
The first strongest chemios, bro.
Yeah.
Basically, they're the first chemios. Yeah. Like that's what they call their superhuman.
Yeah.
Like race down my cameos. And the first strongest cameos, Ubani, Thanatos,
Helios, this other Thunder
Phantomos or some shit like that. Yeah, Phantomos.
and one, you know, Poseidon.
The water guy.
Yeah,
They
but
took the Greek and Norse mythology.
They inversed them and they like mixed them up. They are so dope.
So
what deal is crazy, bro.
yeah, so
I'll
Thanatos.
give it a chance.
The way they
like
structure the story, like tell them how he structures like the first bits of the story, like how you get the story and you basically seeing MMA fighters, like with powers.
Oh yeah.
It's in it, MMA, like it's mixed martial arts, bro.
Because it's mixed.
It's mixed abilities, mixed
Yeah.
martial arts. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember you talked about it the last time.
Yeah, bro. I've been talking about it. It's fire, bro.
I'll check it out.
But
Chi-Heart is crazy.
Yeah, Chi-Heart is crazy, bro.
Chi-Heart is crazy, bro.
And the more you read, the more you find out about the guy. Because like the first few chapters, like like Chi-Heart, like it's too vague. Like you don't see him as a main character. You just know he's the guy. The story's like, but they don't try to press you with like he's the main character. Yeah. You see. Then the more you go the more like you find out about the guy, who is Chi-Heart.
You start to see so you the main character.
Yeah.
Why are you the main character? And the funniest thing is, the more the story progresses, the more things get unraveled.
Yeah.
It's one of the few stories where you wanna see what's gonna happen.
And the most thing, the one thing that makes you the thing that catches you is that part where they show you the future of the guy, and then
they go back to the main story. And
and then
the future is something totally different to the main story, might I add.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of what Jonathan Hickman does with the X-Men and the
past, future, day. In past, future days, days of future past.
Yeah, days of future
Thank
past.
you. I've seen this somewhere. Yeah. It's Jonathan Hickman, dog.
Jonathan Hickman is the shit.
Yeah, bro. He been doing this shit. But hey, yo, speaking of this, like, in fact, like, I'm gonna save like X-Men for a bit later on. I want to talk about like the Energon universe, like I was saying. Like, So what I've been reading so far today, like something when you found out from like this week, I've been reading some Cobra Commander.
So it's on the comic. What's pop culture philosophers?
My G, Cobra Commander is fire. Cobra Commander is crazy. Cobra Commander is the shit. So I read the comic book by accident, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Now I can't put that shit down. I'm on the Cobra Commander shit, boy, 24/7. I'm rereading it, dog. That's how bad it is, dog. Like I said, it's good, dude. It's good. It's good. And I think what caught me, like, in this fever, Energon, I'm gonna call it Energon fever. Yeah. What caught me on this Energon fever, it is, bro. Remember that the X-Men?
The coalition with the Energon.
It's the Energon universe. So you remember the X-Men?
Yeah.
The one where Tobe Iningwe, the recent X-Men with who's this dude? The Beast Transformers.
Yeah, the Beast Transformers.
You see that X-Men right there, bro? Maybe they link it with the G.I. Joe universe.
Yeah.
So the comic books, I think they're trying to sell toys again, but don't quote me. I'm just saying. They rehashed the G.I. Joe universe, the Gabusha, but now it's focused on Duke. So we are watching how Duke fought with side by side with the Transformers fighting and so like that.
Yeah.
Now you see the Optimus Prime with Duke fighting side by side, back to back type of shit. And then I'm like, oh, this shit is fire. And then I read Void Rivals because it's also within the same universe.
Yeah.
And then I also read, what is it? It's Cobra Commander, Void Rivals, Transformers, and Duke. 4 comic books, né? And I think Void Rivals, I think
Robert
Kirkman, dog.
I was reading the first issue.
Dog.
Yeah.
Did you see how dope that shit is?
Yeah, it's dope.
That shit is too crazy, though.
I expected those. It's like 2 people who are stuck in on the moon.
It's an asteroid, bro. It's not even a moon
or something. And they stuck
asteroid, bro.
And they kind of like they're from different nations and they're kind of like rivals. And stuff.
They're forced now to like literally work together. They're like from the same planet but on
'cause
opposite sides.
It's like we don't have each other. It's just us. So
Russia
we need
and
to
America.
survive.
Yeah, Russia
Yeah.
and America. Y'all are
Yeah,
white. I don't know why y'all hating on
It's
each
like
other.
being stuck in an island where you and running. You're from different clans.
You're
and
from
you
different
don't-
clans, bro.
And you gotta survive. And all you have is each other.
Is each other.
It's that kind of thing, but you're in space now.
It's in space,
And I
bro.
thought it was like robots and stuff. It's like
It's not even, bro.
was like,
It's
oh,
more
no
than. It's a dialogue-based story. There's not that much action in that comic book. if
yeah,
you
but I
check
thought
it
it was
out.
like I thought it was robots because of the way the stuff.
The way they draw, the outfits are sick. Let me show you that.
Almost cyberpunk wise.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
let
but
me
it's
let me
more
show you.
sci-fi, more space,
More
yes.
spacey sci-fi type of vibe. You see, like you can check out these outfits right here. So
I'm looking at Soundwave.
Oh, Soundwave.
yes, that is Soundwave, bro. You see these transformers there, you start to get shocked. You're like, hey yo, is that actually Soundwave?
Yeah.
That is Soundwave, bro. Oh, Soundwave, how that?
Yeah.
That is Soundwave.
Yeah, because I saw
Sure.
she's the one that appears first.
Come on, Soundwave.
Is the robot that
No, it's the. I think that's Ratchet. I'm not sure who that robot is.
because they
We
didn't
need
know
to
they
check.
kind of like found a machine
They found an actual transformer, bruh.
transform, but they didn't know. They don't know what it is. They just saw like a kind of like spaceship or machine, and it transformed.
But
and
they-
it just flew away.
And then it vied, bro.
Yeah, it just flew away to another place, and they were just curious. What
what
happened
the fuck
there?
just happened?
You know, that's what happened in the first issue. I haven't read the second one. I just read the first.
The
issue.
first few. I read like 3 issues, so it's fire. That's all I can say.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. I don't want to spoil it too much. People should really check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
They should really check it out. On the manga side, obviously we know Ichiro Oda has been dropping gems. It's been a while
Oh,
now.
bruh. Hey,
I
the
ain't wanna
latest
talk
chapter,
about
bruh. Okay. Asmelan screaming the latest chapter.
Now you can talk about it.
Bruh.
No, you
Bruh,
have.
they must,
Why
They
not?
must go and read the last chapter. bruh.
Okay, tell them what these
Yeah,
people
that-
need
you
to
gotta
see,
tell them.
bro.
So, hello.
Hi.
So the latest chapter, like it's on Egghead. Obviously, the arc is in Egghead Island.
Yeah.
So like Luffy and his crew.
No, oh, no problem. Okay, you can continue.
So,
Go ahead, dude.
so Luffy and his crew Meleba escape no Vegapunk. They must escape with Dr. Vegapunk.
Yeah.
And
I thought that nigga was shot in the last chapter.
yeah,
bro.
the original one was short, but they still have like those stellar ones.
Oh, I'm a satellite or whatever.
Yeah, the
that
satellite
shit.
or stellars, whatever they call them.
Yeah, Stella. Or, I
No,
don't know.
what
they have
happened?
yeah.
So what happened to
continue.
the Umatala?
They shot him to below Kizaru, and Kizaru now is
What?
like
Yeah, Kizaru, the dude who uses the light.
Yeah, the
light.
lights,
fruit.
like
yeah.
that.
So Kizaru now
nice.
emotionally destroyed that corner.
Kizaru says with you anything like that.
He just shot Umatala on the spot.
He just shot.
Yeah, and they are all
Matala,
friends. So like Kizaru la
bro.
corner
Matala, bro.
is emotionally destroyed la corner.
I was okay, no Kizaru, bro.
And amakorose afikile. The
Elbonile, they summoned all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Talk about that. shit.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, yeah.
so Vega, the original Vegapunk one, when he died, he triggered a distress signal yokuthi he broadcasted like the information about the world government.
They need a void century.
Yeah.
Oh,
So now
I
the
don't see
Koro-
a pair like guys One Piece, guys.
So the Koro says avelile
One Piece
ukustoppa
is like
ukuzostoppa that
killing
thing.
now, guys.
Avele ukuzostoppa
Ways, bro.
So avelile amakoro say for ukuzostoppa that satellite thing.
Yeah.
Uzoro udefeate uRob Lucci but akazange
I use the full strength.
azange use the full strength and uRob Lucci akazange collapse. So the Koro says since I5 there's this one ngathi Phoenix. That one you destroy like the satellite thing, you destroy like if una broadcasting satellite is a destroyer and like ayakhona kuno nto bathu bani just yoke Do you remember Yoke?
Yes, I remember
Yoke, the one of Farmer Stella.
The Stella's Vega
Park. Which I Petro Vega Park.
The one that eats and
So
the one
you
that
must-
buys his
the
side.
Stella,
Yeah.
the Stellas is the different personality.
Yes, the one with
Yeah.
different personality.
the satellites
robots.
and Wi-Fi's and whatnot.
Yeah.
Your
Okay, now
ADCs, the
I'm catching on.
ADCs. Yeah.
Edison, Ushaga,
Shaka
Stella.
when you died.
Die, Ushaga.
Oh.
Bro, I should tell you some foreshadowing right there, my boy.
Shaka died. And that robot, the one that they say it comes from the whole century, just broke up.
Ngonile, dude, it's waking up. I think it's reacting with the heartbeat to Luffy.
Yeah.
As you jump by Igu Gear 5.
Because he's busy calling out Joy Boy.
Oh, you Joy Boy.
Apologizing from Joy. Apologizing about something. So the escape is critical. It's critical but stable.
It's critical but stable. I said, let's see again. Please read, guys. Please check out the latest issues that are One Piece and like comment and tell us what you think is going to happen,
One
bro.
Piece is sick, man.
One Piece is crazy.
Like-
And I was reading mostly like this month. I was reading most novels,
Like
modern
novels.
manga novels. But I
Novels.
won't say I was reading-
Give us two novels. Recommend 2 novels for people like to check out, bro.
The first one is Salvos.
Okay.
Yeah, Salvos.
Synopsis, Yana. What's happening? What's
Salvos is basically about a demon. A demon that basically is more of a power system, gaming power system with a
twist, yeah.
RPG style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, RPG style. And the demon like it gets born in the demon world, and it powers up, and then they try to kidnap that demon, and it tries to save the friend, and it passed over to the human realm, where it gets stronger and stronger, and then it wants to go back. It doesn't want to stay in the human realm. It just wants to go back home. So that's what's happening about Salvos. And we find that the demon, it gets adopted by a devil.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That shit gets too much. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop you there. Let's go to another one.
The Boundless Expanse is also about RPG, but that one is based on Earth, where Earth like gets I won't say infiltrated, there's multiverse. Multiverse in that world, and there are these guys who are god tiers, like they can manipulate the entire universe as they wish. And then they decide to this one is, and among those guys there are like rankings and factions. So there's this guy they call, I forgot that guy's name, but he's like he's in the faction of like the evil guys. So he takes the Earth universe, the universe where Earth stays, and then he triggers an apocalypse where like everybody must fight to get strong, so he can harvest the stronger people from that universe.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You have it. There you have it. Two.
I actually think that
One of them was craziest sounding. I'm definitely gonna be reading one of those ones. The second one I'm reading that shit.
Yeah, the Boundless Experience, and
I'm reading the
main
Boundless
character.
Experience,
The main character is not bad because like he's like a guy.
Well written.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy is just like a normal guy who works in he works in those beggar stores,
Let's say Burger King. Because it's literally right here.
Yeah, so the guy is like an ordinary guy who doesn't care about anything. Like he wants to live his life, and then he ends up in that apocalypse world, and only find that he has talent for fighting.
Dang.
Yeah.
Cool then. Okay, in terms of watching, guys, have y'all watched the new X-Men 97?
No,
We don't
I
have
saw
that
the
much
trailer.
time, so we need to talk about all of these things now.
Yeah.
No,
Let's start about the X-Men. Let's start with you. What you got?
No, I hate Fairyland.
Let's start with that.
So,
Hey, Fairyland. bro.
Fairyland is done by
That comic
Scotty
book
Young.
is crazy, though. That comic book is crazy, though.
Yeah, Scotty
I read
Young
the
is...
Tell the
chapters.
people about that one.
Yeah, Scotty Young is from Image Comics.
Yeah.
It's about this girl called Gertrude.
Get it.
Like every little girl wants to go to the
A
fairy
fairy
tale
land.
land.
This is basically
Unicorns.
American Isekai. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
Yeah.
it's kind of isekai with mixed with comedy and cartoon. It's
Alice in
cartoon.
Violence.
Yeah, it's very
Alice in
cartoon.
Wonderland.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
gratuitous violence.
So this girl, goes to like this realm
I
of
wanna
fairy
smoke,
tale
yes.
with the unicorns and the
Yeah.
dragons and witches and monsters and all that stuff.
Yes,
So
always.
she's there, she's all excited, and she was like the queen of this realm.
Dude. Mele bakubone phela. They need to see you.
Yeah, sure.
No.
So she's stuck in this realm. She gets stuck in this realm. She wants to go back home now. She resents it and she starts hating this realm.
The fact that she doesn't age. And
Yeah, she
she's
doesn't
been there for how
age.
long?
Yo, for like
30 years?
yeah.
30 years?
Yeah.
Ah, Ismail. It's like that lento ubani bengitshela ngathi lento ka freezer le.
Yeah.
Ada ehele bro.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's how time
family.
moves. So when she's there, she goes back to reality, and she's trying to live a life, and she's trying to be an adult and responsible, and she goes finding like jobs, but she's terrible at all of the jobs.
She eventually gets out?
Yeah, she gets out in the first issue. She does get out.
What?
Yeah, she eventually gets out, and she's
I
all
didn't
depressed.
read.
Now she has to adapt to reality, and she cannot adapt to reality. She's all
It's not something she's used to.
yeah. Now she goes out and drinks in the bar. She's all depressed and sobbing. Till this one day, she has a fight with this dude who always. She said something foul, and she picks a fight with this dude. Okay, she's gonna do the stuff that she does in fairyland. No, this is reality.
Real world, but you
You
ain't
cannot
fairyland.
defy
The laws
reality
of physics and
the
shit.
laws of physics and whatnot. And she gets her ass kicked.
Damn.
And she gets thrown out of the bar. She's in the parking lot, and she's approached by these two guys. One of them is like a rat or something. One time I'm with our boss needs you, and she refuses. And it's like, no, come with us. And they come to her. She comes with those guys to the boss, and the boss gives her a proposal. It's like, oh, I know who you are. You so and so. It's like, no, I don't know who you. That's not me. It's like, no, I know. You've been to fairyland. It's like, I don't know what's fairyland. And she kind of like plays it off, and
She plays it off the fact that she's
and
been
this
to
guy
fairyland.
gives her a proposal. Says, look, my son is lost in fairyland, so I need your help.
Yeah, please help me find.
Yeah, please help me find your daughter, because I know you're familiar with the place. You've been there for long.
Yeah, fairyland.
What happens is she refuses, and they go back and forth. She sees this kind of thing on the table, and it's a design of a theme park. This guy is like building a theme park. He says, and she says, "What's this?" "Oh, this is my design for my theme park." He's like, "Oh, this is cool. Look, if I can own half of the theme park, then I'll go save your son." They make a deal. And when they make a deal, she goes back to fairyland. Okay, she's there.
She's
while
in
she-
fairyland. Okay.
yeah, she's there. While she's there, this guy says, "Hey," she contacts her in this type of thing. I don't know what it was. It's like a transmission, and they talk. And this guy says, "Look, I found my son. He's safe and he's sound and whatnot. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your effort.
Yeah.
Bye bye." And they desert her in the realm, and that's the first issue.
How?
It gets better and better. I'll cover the other ones. In the,
Obviously, on the side quest segment, we have another Lontuzo called the sideways segment. You should check it out, my G.
yeah,
We
check
fire
out the
on that
side
one,
quest
dude.
segment. Yeah.
Side
Some
quest
dope shit.
segment.
Yeah, side quest segment.
Is it a comic?
No,
No, it's
our-
like
Universe now.
yeah.
Aye.
Untanga uzama ukushaya, like, dude is trying to make his own like MCU, and I think
I feel like, in my opinion, he kind of is burying the MCU. The battery is pending.
yeah. Let's cover.
Let's cover the ambassador.
Yeah. So
Also cover no.
yeah. So the ambassador is about a girl who's like an Asian. She gets arrested.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. She gets arrested. She's framed by her husband, and they have superpowers, both of them. And this girl is like rich. She's like a tycoon.
I don't think they have powers. I think she discovers how to give people powers.
Doesn't she?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, she does have powers.
I don't think they do. and she discovers how to give people powers, and then the husband buys this as her.
Yeah.
And then she's that behind powers, and then she creates a duplicate of
Yeah, because
herself.
her husband is hired by these like powerful corporate people who
Yeah.
have money and whatnot, and they work for the
fraternity.
the fraternity.
The fraternity.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a secret society, the Illuminati
fraternity.
and shit.
Tell them where the fraternity is from, bro.
I don't remember which.
Wanted.
Oh,
bro.
Wanted. No, I have to go back and read it because I saw this on the Pop Culture Philosophers. So I didn't know it was part of the same
The
universe.
fraternity is that group.
Is that group? Wesley. Yeah,
Yes, that's that group.
I forgot, but I'll go back and check it out.
That's the fraternity, bro.
Because I remember you told me about this. That
Yeah.
it's part of the universe. So, okay, gives people. She goes out of prison and she goes around every
One that gives people like in a country
in
an
a country.
ability.
Like a guy like me, in Soweto, a normal guy who doesn't have powers,
Yeah.
every citizen. She gives me powers, but you have to be like worthy
Of
and
those
selfless
powers, bro.
and courage. Like you have to
You have
have
to
like
meet the criteria.
yeah, you have to have like
She has like, for me, I feel like it's fucked up. We have to meet a certain list of your standards as a human, bruv. The fuck?
you have to give because you might give it to a lunatic.
Yeah,
Or
give it to
some
me.
idiot. The same thing that happened to that comic book. What's the ones with the genies?
The boys.
No,
100.
It's similar- it's
10,
similar.
1 billion genies.
1 billion. Where you give everybody a wish.
One
and-
wish.
And everybody fucks it up.
1 billion genies is a bit different, dog. 1 billion genies.
Yeah, but it's similar because it's like having
Go
powers.
check it out.
It's
Let's
like
just
it's
turn
almost
it.
like having powers, but this is like wishes.
Yeah,
you
pass
know.
me the mouse now.
So imagine if uzogayo untango khohlakela ama-power. What's gonna happen?
The consequences are gonna be grave and
Exactly.
dire, but
I wouldn't give an idiot powers too. So yeah, I love this because the ambassadors is also like a Justice League.
We said it. It's fine. I'm sorry. Continue, bro.
The ambassadors is also like the Justice League.
Why you impatient, bro? You gotta be patient, dog.
It's also like Justice League or the Avengers or whatnot. But the difference is like she goes around recruiting people from different countries. That's the only difference. I don't know. Tell me if this is like an anthology book, because for me it felt like it's the same thing, but it felt like an anthology because in every chapter that the art changes, the colors change.
Oh yeah, ever so slightly. I
Yeah.
noticed it matches matches the country.
Yeah, it matches like the characters
comic
from
book.
those countries. From those
Yeah,
specific countries.
yeah.
That's
No,
sort of
I see that. It's not an anthology, but in terms of aspect of story, it's not an anthology.
Yeah.
But it's an anthology in terms of aspect of color grading and setting.
Yeah.
That
Because I wanted to say this because what I've noticed is that a lot of anthology comic books suck for me.
they
the ones that I read.
The only
ones
one
that
I
I've
liked
read.
was from P.H. Lovecraft, which is called The Tower.
Yeah,
That was it.
I'll check it out.
Lovecraft, yeah, the comic book.
Obviously, they convert the graphic novels
The
into
same way they
comics.
did with American Gods.
Yeah.
The same thing. That's what they're doing in comic books
It's actually
nowadays.
great, dude.
Yeah,
It
like
gets
yeah,
you.
expands the brand and whatnot, the
It
IP
gets
and
you.
all
It
those
gets you,
things.
bro.
Yeah, ooh.
Oh,
Continue, bro.
Yeah, I loved this comic book because
The anthology vibe.
yeah, the
Great.
anthology vibe when it changes,
Sorry.
especially the parts, the way that the build up, where they kind of like, I don't know if they train, they train, they kind of train when they do like individual missions, but when they get together, that's when they were like ambushed by the dude and his goons, the villain, the dude who married this chick, this Asian dude. I like kind of like the build up too because it had like a nice plot twist too. And I noticed after that it was like part of the same universe.
It's like
With the Wanted and the Kick Ass and the what's the big
Magical Order, the big game.
it was dope, man.
It's too much,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, it was dope.
It's way
But
too much, bro.
I'll go back and like read Wanted and the other ones, you know.
Please do that.
Yeah, because I enjoyed those ones too.
Let's do a speed run on the anime, on the cartoons. basically the things that we watched. Let's start off, because it's Good Friday, let's start off with the Book of Clarence. Did anybody here watch the Book of Clarence?
No, I've.
Okay, let me just
this
give
is
you
the
a
first time.
let me give you a quick rundown and not spoil it too much.
Yeah.
Well, the Book of Clarence, I'm gonna spoil it. Spoilers alert. The Book of Clarence is basically a story of Jesus, but there's not one Jesus. There's like 3 Jesus figures. Yeah. Hear
This
me
is
out.
gonna this is
Hear
gonna
me out.
piss off the Christians more.
That's why I love it. That's why I love it. Because it's gonna piss them off
I
the fuck
know.
up. It has 3 Jesus figures in the film. There's the actual one, which is the Jesus of Nazareth, which is the black dude with the Messiah, with the
Yeah.
people, the Messiah you carve now. And then there is
What's his name again? Joseph.
Joshua and her or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
Joshua or Yosef.
Yeah, Yashua.
Yeah, Yeshua.
And then there is also who's this other dude? There is the white Jesus that everybody worships and loves.
Yeah.
So, that white Jesus, bro. We see him at the beginning of the movie as a beggar, a homeless person.
Alright.
Yeah, and then we see the dude who actually make the teachings there, spread love and so do to others as you want to be done to you.
Yeah,
The one who spread the love and the teachings of philosophy, love and thinking for yourself and so that is Clarence. Hence the movie, the Book of Clarence. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's funny. It's dope. It's basically
what-
how I depicted.
What is
Jesus
it? Is
would
it like
be.
the drama or comedy?
It's a
or
comedy drama slash. I'm not gonna
Fantasy.
say fantasy. I'm not gonna say historical. It's a historical fantasy.
Yeah.
That's the best description I can give.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And another movie I watched was Spaceman by Adam Sandler on Netflix.
That's what I wanted to watch.
Please check out that movie. If you've watched the episode from Love, Death and Robots called Beyond the Achilles Rift,
Which one is that one?
it's the one where they fly to space and then they get thrown off course. And then there's a giant bug that's busy fucking with this one dude's mind.
Yeah. He's
I
showing
think
him his
I will show
girlfriend.
you, bro. He's busy showing him his girlfriend and whatnot. The dude is beyond the Achilles Rift, which is like billions
Isn't
of
it-
light years away.
Isn't it that guy who gets sucked by this kind of like alien shit
Yeah.
or whatnot?
No, I'll show you, dog. I'll show you.
Because I forgot some of the
To those
episodes.
who
Is it
forgot,
season
I'll
one
show
or
you a
season
bit
3 or
nyana
2?
here. I think it's season 1.
Oh yeah.
It's season 1, Beyond the
Oh,
Achilles Rift.
ngicabanga le yalo Daki.
Ah,
Not that one.
not that one, not that
There's
one.
this one,
that
season
one.
1, where those 4 guys are astronauts. They go to space, and this one guy plays with them no chair lapayana. They are talking, they are vibing. When you find out,
The chick is actually
That's the
just-
episode I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yo,
called
yeah.
Beyond the Achilles Rift, the episode.
Yeah, sure.
Aweji. So yeah, I'm told that. So that's the whole vibe of it. I'm told that movie.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
the ending will subvert your mind in Danayam. It's beautiful. It's a dope ass movie.
Yeah, I
that you
think
will-
Adam Sandler has gotten better with time.
That's the first, one of the first movies. Oh, not first movie. One of the movies where Adam Sandler serious.
He's serious, bro,
There's
and it's dope.
There's no those funny voices of his.
And when you're
The one where he was like a diamond seller.
Uncut Gem.
Uncut
That one
Gem.
was sick.
But me personally, I love Adam. There's no Adam Sandler movie where I was like, this sucks.
Yeah,
I
know
feel like Adam
he's been
Sandler plays one character, but he plays it so.
Yeah, but he does it so well. You don't get bored. It's not like.
Yeah, he
But
plays
now,
it so well.
I think now he's like moving out of his comfort zone, and he does a good job of that too.
He's growing, which is great. And
he
then
has already very for that.
he was way too old though.
Yeah.
He's way too old for what he was doing.
Yeah.
For the comedy yakhe benyeke samhlanje.
I don't know, but still, it was still nice.
It was fine. And then in terms of cartoons, we have Invincible and X-Men.
And then
I don't know what you want. Which one? Let's start with Invincible real quick. Speed run with Invincible real quick.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not gonna spoil anything from the comic books, but I'm gonna say this. I love the direction the animation show is going. The animation is just still standard. It's like I'm nani, bro. The story from the comic books still flat out beautiful, bro. They didn't do too much, but they didn't take away way too much as well.
Yeah.
So it's just a balanced take on what's happening. You could just jump into it even if you did not even read like the comic book. But if you read the comic book, you also have that sense of catching you by surprise in certain moments because they didn't plan them out exactly like the comic book.
I saw like the season 1. Yeah, it was fire, man.
Because I love what they're doing with Angstrom Levy. Isham Levy.
It's
I love
also
what.
it's also that those stories of the fucked up superhero type of thing, the superhero complex, almost like your Watchmen.
Subverting the superhero
Yeah.
complex. Your Watchmen, your The Boys.
Yeah, the boys. Yeah,
So you're wanted.
you wanted and whatnot.
But they don't like
You'll
lean too
kick
much
ass.
on that part.
That's not the whole selling point. That's funny. The whole selling point is actually a good story.
Yeah.
Just weird, but yeah. And then on X-Men. Oh, by the way, I love what they're doing. A character like Amber. Mostly people don't know how to write female characters. I'm sorry. They are just there to be like comic relief and to look good or okay, the trophy, man. No,
And
Amber
that's-
has personality, and I did not fucking like her. I hated Amber. I hated Amber.
The Amber from
There's
the Amber from the comic book and the Amber from the
Animation.
They two different.
They're two different people. They
two
killed
different.
Amber dude in the animation. I'm sorry, they killed her. bro. It's fine.
Yeah. And that's one of the problems about the decline of selling the sales of comic books.
Yeah.
The whole thing of inclusion, the feminists and look.
I'm not saying don't do it, but do it
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry,
When they
like-
try to make like Clark Kent gay or when
No, they tried to make his son gay. His son is gay. man.
yeah, like I'm just making an example.
Well, Jonathan Kent is gay, bro.
Like when they
Makes
try
no
to,
sense to me.
because I've noticed when I did like a research of those kind of comics, they don't sell well.
How can you sell well? Because you are just pushing inclusion. You're not pushing
fucking up like the
good
mythology
story.
of the superhero mythology. It's like trying to make Hercules
Bisexual.
yeah,
They will
or
do that.
Zeus or whatever. Like that's
They will
mythology.
do that. They will do it. It's
Yeah.
mythology. It's not real.
And
bro.
we're not saying don't twist it or don't give it a different.
We've been not having black superheroes. We've never seen us doing some weird shit like that.
And another thing is that when they like trying to make these kind of like tough super female characters, they're trying to make them as
Overly tough.
I'm a
Overly
girl. I'm
Like how Amber was in the first season.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Amber sucked, bro.
she was a feminist.
And
100%.
fine. No, dude. I was like, why could we just like
That's the
remove this
problem.
character?
That's the problem. But anyways,
And then-
I
Yeah.
find it interesting.
It's interesting though. And then we have the X-Men 97 there. Panaman. We have the X-Men 97 in X-Men 97, really crazy, really good. Dope storyline. I'm also not gonna spoil comic books, but the storyline seems to be edging towards the ones like Apocalypse into the future, blah blah blah, and try to do that. Basically making Cable. Thanos Summers. Cable.
Oh, okay.
That's all. But I'm not gonna talk about that. All I'm gonna say is this: it's a beautiful animation, beautiful storyline.
I saw people were complaining about it. It's like, oh, this is gay.
Why?
They tried it. I don't know.
Oh,
if
I
they
know
were
why.
complaining
Because they
about-
made Sunspot gay.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, Sunspot's gay, bro. Sunspot is the kid. Did you watch it? Watch the first episode. The kid they go find the Lapayan.
Yeah.
Aliba Kijimi say the Friends of Humanity.
Yeah,
That is Sunspot, and he is bi or gay or something, but he's part of the LGBT.
But I don't think. But I
He's
don't
part of
think
the
it's gonna,
alphabet gang.
I don't think it's gonna ruin the whole thing because
It's not gonna ruin the whole
some
thing.
of the characters.
Like I said,
in-
you can include, but make the story still worthwhile.
Yeah.
That's what.
But
You don't
try to make
just
it
have to
overly-
make dumb
We're
things.
not
boy.
against the alphabet team, but
The alphabet gang. You're not against the alphabet gang.
It's too much.
Yeah, it kind of is too much, bro.
Like you trying to put it on our face. We know you exist, people.
They're rubbing it in our faces, bro.
Bruh.
And that's what was happening with the Superman issue. That the LGBT community was like
The one that
complaining.
flopped?
Yeah, they were complaining. Like, like no, it didn't sell.
Just
What do
to
you
get so.
expect? It didn't sell.
It just
you
didn't
cannot
sell, bro.
control the market.
Yeah, you can.
If we don't like it,
We don't like it.
And once they once they turn these characters to like those alphabets, they want to
The
make
alphabet gang.
Yeah.
They become overly powered by the alphabet gang.
them. Yeah, and they trying to like.
You know what? Let's just take this down before we get take it down
before
ourselves.
we get
Guys,
cancelled and shit.
like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, I
If
don't
you are
mind,
here
come and cancel
until
me.
no, Don't cancel us. Just like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah.
We're at Food Zone, guys.
Yeah, shout outs to Tumelo for the venue.
Yeah, for
shout
the
outs
venue,
to for the camera.
Shout out to everybody who helped,
Yeah,
bro.
shout outs to everyone who
You
helped.
carve yourself.
Yeah,
And we
shout
carve
outs to
you.
the people who are watching this.
Yeah, dude. So like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to follow all of our channels, bro. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
everything listed and linked.
Yeah, and some music. I got some music dropping soon.
Very soon,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I always have visuals dropping every day.
Sure. Peace.
So we spun selling on the match. Yeah, I spun selling now. So selling on the spun man. Yeah, selling now. It's selling now. And yeah,
Ngicabanga nelento ukuthi kushaya like kuma-open angacaba ukuthi social into ngoba uq angithi ukwazi ukushaya ama-graphics